rooster crowed before the street lights dimmed. I watched you sleeping with your fists still clenched, like you were holding on to what the world tried to erase. Your breath steady, your spirit unchanged. Oh my son, you carry the sun in your stride, rooted in truth with nothing to hide. From the first drum beat to the last refrain, you were born worthy again and again. Stand tall now, let your name ring clear. The future's written in the lines you wear. They'll speak in riddles about where you belong, try to shrink your laughter to fit inside their song. But your voice is thunder wrapped in morning dew. Every step you take plants something true. Oh my son, you carry the sun in your stride, rooted in truth with nothing to hide. From the first drum beat to the last refrain, you were born worthy again and again. Stand tall now, let your name ring clear. The future's written in the lines you wear. You are the answer to a mother's prayer, the echo of ancestors in the midnight air. Not a shadow, but the flame that stays, burning through the fog of crooked days. Oh my son, you carry the sun in your stride, rooted in truth with nothing to hide. From the first drum beat to the last refrain, you were born worthy again and again. Stand tall now, let your name ring clear. The future's written in the lines you wear. Worthy again and again. Worthy, my son. You were always enough. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They try to hide the truth, but the prophecy is clear. The King of Kings has come to dry up every tear. The scepter of great power is placed within his hand. The black lion is crowned to rule this promised land. Oh yeah. The black lion is crowned, hear the word. From the ancient city of facts on the spirit flow so deep. A history they tried to bury while the people were asleep. He walked the earth with grace, teaching us the dignity, the true meaning of freedom for all humanity. The trumpets sound a warning, the drums begin to roll, a message for the oppressors, a cleansing of the soul. We bow down to no human, but to the divine within, and the power of the lion defeats all earthly sin. They try to hide the truth, but the prophecy is clear. The King of Kings has come to dry up every tear. The scepter of great power is placed within his hand. The black lion is crowned to rule this promised land. To rule this promised land. Look at the face of oppression, see the fear in their eyes. They know the moment's coming when the true sun will rise. The power of the people, united in the faith, breaking every mental prison, escaping every gate. The lion's roar is justice, his breath is pure command, calling every warrior to stand up, tall across the land. No bowing to the wicked, no compromise in sight, just the truth of the Almighty, guiding us with light. Oh, let the people praise his name, let the children sing it loud. The black lion of Judah, standing proud above the crowd. The seal is finally broken, the ancient word is done, the coronation is complete beneath the rising sun. Forward! They try to hide the truth, but the prophecy is clear. The King of Kings has come to dry up every tear. The scepter of great power is placed within his hand. The black lion is crowned. Tell the generation to rule this promised land. Give Selassie land. Oh yeah. Give thanks and praise. Oh, oh. You see me walking, smiling, you think my path is clear. You don't know about the darkness that is whispering the fear. The weight of the oppression is a silent, heavy chain. It settles in the deepest parts, bringing the inner pain. They teach the children violence, they feed the people lies, and a consciousness of injustice staring from my eyes. You run around the city, searching for a place to hide, but the sickness of the system lives right there deep inside. You cannot trust the leaders, you cannot trust the goal. The story of the wicked is finally being told. The shadow that you're fighting is the one that lives in you. You have to face the truth, man, and follow what is true, yo. Dread in the soul, it's the sign that we are alive. Jah is the only anchor that will help us to survive. Dread in the soul, we will not hide the truth. We danger, they call my faith a threat. But this is the protection that I will never let forget. When the spirit starts to tremble and the mind begins to weep, I look to the ancient fathers and the promises they keep. The only cure for the emptiness to find the inner light, to stand firm on the mountain defending what is right. We transform the deep anxiety into a resolute mind, leaving all the weakness and the doubt behind. Oh, dread in the soul is a sign that we are alive. Jah is the only anchor that will help us to survive. Dread in the soul, we will not hide the truth. We use this heavy burden to guide the weary youth. Yeah. Dread in the soul is the sign that we are alive. Jah is the only anchor that will help us to survive. Yeah. Dread in the soul, we will not hide the truth. We use this heavy burden to guide the weary youth. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pressure them. Unity is the power. Consciousness. True, true. Fire burn the fear. Jah works. Yeah. Dread in the soul, it's the sign that we are alive. Jah is the only anchor that will help us to survive. Yeah. Dread in the soul, we will not hide the truth. We use this heavy burden to guide the weary youth. Yeah. Dread in the soul, it's a sign that we are alive. Jah is the only anchor that will help us to survive. Dread in the soul, we will not hide the truth. We use this heavy burden to guide the weary youth. Dread in the soul. Dread in the soul. Oh yeah. Fly
dress ourselves in righteousness and true humility. The hope is in the journey, the faith is in the flight, guided by the one star that shines in endless light.
Lift up the banner high, let the colors proudly fly. The time for conversation is slowly passing by. The king awaits the children, the table has been set, a promise kept forever, a date that's being met. Hear me now, we've been wandering too long in the wilderness. Now the compass of the spirit points to blessedness. No more weeping in the night, no more fear or pain. Zion is the promise, we shall return again. Tell the people, Zion is the promise, we shall return again. Oh, the final home, yeah.
Shower, we shall return again.
Oh, the final home, yeah.
Shower, we shall return again.
Oh, yeah. Try to hide the name, they try to dim the light, but the wisdom of Marcus still burns with revolutionary might. He spoke to the scattered children across the heavy sea. He gave them back the purpose and taught them to be free. He raised the mighty banner of the red, gold, and green, the proudest vision of the future that the world has ever seen. He preached the self-reliance, he preached the unity call. He said the strength of the people must stand up tall. You can build your institution, you can preach your empty creed, but you cannot kill the spirit that plants the righteous seed. The message is clear and simple, there is no more debate. We must reclaim the destiny before it is too late. Africa for the Africans at home and abroad.
Marcus Heritage,
Trust in your own self,
trust in the living God.
trust in the living God.
Marcus Heritage,
Marcus Heritage. Africa for the Africans at home and abroad.
Marcus Heritage,
Trust in your own self,
trust in the living God.
trust in the living God.
Marcus Heritage,
They try to sing the Black Star Line, they stop the flow. They try to silence Marcus, but the message had to grow. From Kingston to Harlem Corner, the consciousness took hold. A spiritual awakening, more precious than pure gold. We build our own economy, we build our own command. We don't need the oppressor to feed us from his hand. The heritage is active, it is not history past. The drum of self-determination is beating fast. Marcus Heritage, Africa for the Africans at home and abroad.
Marcus Heritage,
Trust in your own self,
trust in the living God.
trust in the living God.
Marcus Heritage,
Marcus Heritage, Africa for the Africans at home and abroad.
Marcus Heritage,
Trust in your own self,
trust in the living God.
trust in the living God.
Marcus Heritage,
Unity is the power. Pressure them. Consciousness. True, true. Respect the man. Jah works.
Marcus Heritage,
Africa for the Africans at home and abroad.
Marcus Heritage,
Trust in your own self.
trust in the living God.
Trust in the living God.
Marcus Heritage,
Marcus Heritage. Africa for the Africans at home and abroad.
Marcus Heritage,
Trust in your own self.
trust in the living God.
Trust in the living God.
Marcus Heritage,
Jah Rastafari, listen to the ancestor across the water forever. For the ships went out at midnight, tearing family apart, trying to steal the rhythm and break the beating heart. They scattered all the people to the west and to the east, hoping that the memory of home would finally cease. They took away the language, they tried to burn the drum, but the spirit of the ancient fighting for. The man in the trench town ghetto, the brother in the States. We share the common sorrow, we share the common fate. When the music hits the airwaves, the divisions disappear. We recognize the brother, we dry the sister's tear. We are the living testimony that the seed has finally grown. The spiritual reunion is bringing us back home. Yeah, sacred diaspora, the journey long and vast. The culture is the anchor, built forever, meant to last. Sacred diaspora, one people, one true call. The power of the ancestors will never let us fall. Yeah, sacred diaspora. Whoa, whoa. Sacred diaspora. Whoa, sacred diaspora. Unity is the power. Pressure them. Sacred diaspora. One destiny. True, true. Africa is home. Jah work. Sacred diaspora. The journey long and vast. The culture is the anchor, built forever, meant to last. Sacred diaspora, one people, one true call. The power of the ancestors will never let us fall. Yeah, sacred diaspora. Sacred diaspora. Sacred diaspora. Sacred diaspora. Bless up. Feel the vibration of peace running deep in our we. Vibration of peace, set the troubled spirit free. Na 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 na, oh yeah yeah. Vibration of peace, like a river to the sea, where the heart stay calm, the soul can truly be. Where the heart stay calm, the soul can truly be. Where the heart stay calm, the soul can truly be. Morning light come rising with a soft embrace, carrying your blessing to the whole human race. Oh Lord, the wind chants a message that the wise ones keep. Peace is the harvest of the humble and meek. So we walk through creation with a steady release. Every step align the vibration of peace, a vibration of peace, running deep in our we. Vibration of peace, set the troubled spirit free. Whoa, vibration of peace, like a river to the sea. Where the heart stay calm, the soul can truly be. La 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 la, ooh, Jah. In the hills and the valleys where the children roam, you can hear the sound of unity calling them home, yeah, yeah. No riches needed when your joy is pure. No greed can shake what your love secure. So we sit round the fire as the night increases, chant together this vibration of peace.